of Artstra. Welcome. Beautiful gallery. We've got quite a few people here today. Can I get a little hooray from everybody here? Yes, it's lovely to have everybody here today. Now, Give More 24 is a fundraising event put on by the Greater Vancouver Chamber, and we're very grateful to be a part of it. We've put together today a really lovely lineup of artists and art enthusiasts to talk about Artstra and about the importance of art in our lives and in our communities. We'll also be blessed with some live music performances and some lovely video packages put together by Angela Cochran. Angela is running the show today, so a huge shout out to her for all the work that she has put into getting this together.
Yay!
That's right. Big shout out. As we continue throughout the event, I'm going to be pulling out my phone and taking a look at the Give More 24 page to provide updates on the funding that we're receiving during this fundraising event. And if you're here in person, or if you're watching at home, we would really be grateful for any donations. So if you can go to givemore24.org/Artstra, you'll be right to our Give More 24 page where you can very simply donate, okay? At Artstra, we know that when the arts thrive, we all strive. We strive, we thrive. When the arts thrive, we need a little more coffee. I'm gonna get mine next. When the arts thrive, we all thrive. Now we're gonna see a quick video package put on about Artstra. So let's go ahead and take it away to the video package about Artstra. I'm getting some coffee.
In the heart of Clark County, a vibrant arts community thrives. For 15 years, Artstra has dedicated its efforts to elevating the arts and making them accessible to all. Through innovative programs and partnerships, this community-based nonprofit supports local artists, promotes visual and performing arts, and connects the community to the transformative power of creativity. Artstra's Poetry Moves program, in collaboration with CTRAN, brings the beauty of poetry to everyday life. Throughout the year, 10 poems by local and regional poets are featured inside all CTRAN buses, inspiring and uplifting passengers during their daily commutes. Artstra offers creative relief to communities with limited access to the tools of creativity. This program provides free art supplies, project ideas, and instruction through the rewarding and healing experience of hands-on creativity. Through drawing, painting, writing, and more, Creative Relief offers a respite from the stress and difficulty that both adults and children may be experiencing. Clark County Open Studios is a free self-guided tour where local artists open their studios to the public and share their creative process. Artist demonstrations and hands-on learning in a wide range of visual media expand opportunity and accessibility for residents of all ages to experience art. Open Studios inspires conversations, ignites relationships, and creates connections that extend far beyond the tour. Artstra's commitment to the arts extends to the next generation of creators through scholarships and support for emerging artists. By investing in the future of the arts, Artstra ensures that the cultural landscape of Clark County remains vibrant and thriving. Artstra is more than just an arts organization. It is a catalyst for creativity in Clark County. Through its visionary programs and partnerships, Artstra empowers local artists to thrive while nurturing a creative, connected, and inspired community that celebrates the arts and uplifts the human spirit. Join us.
Hi and welcome back. We are still here at Gallery 408 in Camas. Such a beautiful gallery right here in downtown Camas. And I'm joined now by Michelle Hanlon, who is the Artstra board chair. Listen, I'm gonna just talk a little bit about you. I know it's uncomfortable for a second, but just take it in, okay? We're all proud of you and everything that you do, and so take it in. Vancouver from North Texas in 2021 and has worked in the arts as a performer, a creator, an advocate, an arts administrator, and most recently serving as the Associate Dean of Arts at the University of Texas at Dallas and Richardson, Texas. What's better, Texas or Washington?
Oh, Washington.
Thank you. Thank you, that's right. And you were a member of the dance faculty there too, yes?
That's correct.
Okay, I'm a lifelong dancer too.
Oh, that's awesome.
You earned your BFA in dance from the University of Arizona. And you found and co-directed L Danceworks, a professional modern dance company in Dallas, Texas there as well. Now, your choreography has been presented in Germany at the Scandinavian Dance Congress. I can't even pronounce all these places. And also, of course, throughout South and Central United States. And you're a graduate of Fort Vancouver High School too, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, glad to have you back in Southwest Washington, and I'm glad you like it a lot better. Let's talk for a second about Artstra. Tell me about what got you involved in Artstra and why it has been important to you in your career.
Well, I retired in 2021 from the university and came here. And I really wanted to involve myself in the community and be a part of something positive. And when I found Artstra, it was so attractive to me because the job that I had last at the university was coordinating all of the arts programs within the school. And I learned a lot about the importance of the arts and the way that they work together and how they support each other, how they contribute to making a stronger and better community, in that case, university-wide.
Yes.
And I wanted to be in a role that would, with an organization that has the same sort of mindset. So what attracted me to Artstra is their commitment to serving the entire community through the arts.
As opposed to a specific medium,
It's
having that big, broad
medium,
range.
right, as opposed to artists over community members. I mean, it's a very open view of bringing the arts to the community.
And one thing I'm curious about for you as the Artstra board chair, you've probably gotten to see a lot of kind of success stories over time of how Artstra has impacted specific people and how events have impacted specific people. Can you tell me a story about an event that you really saw the mission of Artstra coming through?
Yeah, well, what comes to mind most readily, we did an event recently in July at the Arts Hub, partnered with the Arts Hub to put on this event, and we called it Freeform. And this event was workshops, free workshops presented to the public. There was dance, we had music, we had clay sculpture, we had multimedia, mixed media art, we had painting. And the response from the community was outstanding. We didn't know what to expect because we hadn't done anything like this before. But the workshops were filled all day long.
Wow.
And all ages, all kinds of people. They're interested in art, bringing art into their lives. And it was a microcosm of what Artstra is, just bringing art to people.
Yeah, and perfectly aligned with the mission, with the breadth that was available there. And people didn't just stay with one medium there, did they? We were doing multiple different types of activities for even just a single person.
Yeah, absolutely. People were rotating between activities and just learning, enjoying, building community, being together, all around the arts.
And as this event today, this brunch reception is specifically around Give More 24 and fundraising for Artstra, can you tell people who are considering donating what their money would actually be going to funding?
Yeah, absolutely. I think of it this way. The money that we take in returns to our community through our programs, through our newsletter. We run Open Studios of Clark County, which is a great forum for educating the public about the arts. It's countywide. It's, again, a free tour. And it brings people into studios. It creates conversations. It's a real synergy for the arts. Another program that we have our poetry programs. Poetry Moves.
And I've got somebody coming in later to talk about that a little bit more too.
Excellent. So I won't dwell on that, but it brings poetry to the community. And we have a few different ways that we do that with literature and poetry. We also have Creative Relief, which is the program that I talked about earlier when I was talking about Freeform. But Creative Relief partners with the City of Vancouver, among many others, to bring art experience into the public.
Perfect.
And provide them to
Awesome.
all age groups.
Okay, well, Michelle, thank you so much for coming up here. You did a great job. If you are interested in donating, you can go again to givemore24.org/Artstra and donate. This is a one-day fundraising event, so get over there when you can and donate. And we're gonna have a few videos coming up that are from community members talking about the arts and why they mean so much to them individually. And Michelle, just thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's go get a snack.
Hey everybody, this is saxophonist Gerald Albright here with a very special thank you shout out from Artstra to all the folks who love the arts in Southwest Washington and beyond. Because of you, Artstra celebrates 15 years supporting all of the incredible musicians, visual and performing artists throughout our region. Because of you, creativity thrives, doors of opportunities open, and the generation of artists can dream bigger than ever before. Keep supporting, keep believing, and together we'll keep the music and the arts alive and strong for years to come.
Hi, my name is Craig McCurry. I work with the Clark County Arts Commission representing the city of Battleground. And we partner quite often with Artstra. Artstra is a fantastic organization. They help have all kinds of art initiatives throughout the Clark County area, Southwest Washington. And one of the great events I would encourage people to participate in is the Open Studios event. It happens every year, typically around late October or November. It allows the community to go visit the artists in their studio throughout the Clark County region. So I would really encourage people to check out the Artstra website and check out the Open Studios event. It's really probably at the heart and soul of what Artstra is about, and that is connecting the community with other members and gets people engaged in the arts and also meeting your fellow citizens here in this wonderful area of Clark County.
Hi and welcome back. We are still here at the beautiful Gallery 408 in downtown Camas. Now, we're here for the Artstra Give More 24 brunch, and Gallery 408, if you can't see it from home, you really got to get out here and take a look. It is beautiful and such a lovely place to be in. You can feel the energy and spirit of creativity, and I feel very grateful to be here today. Now, Gallery 408 is committed to creating a platform for Pacific Northwest artists to flourish by creating a space that embraces and supports the local community. The owners of Gallery 408 are Kim Nickens, Joanne Cavallero, and Michelle L. Purvis. Okay, I am now very lucky to have Kim here with me. Kim, you are one of the owners of Gallery 408, and I read a lot about your history in the arts and how you got into this, and I want to hear a little bit about it. Tell me about what kind of arts you do and why it's important to you in your life.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, we are really proud of being partners with everyone in this art community here in Camas. I started out about 10 years ago as a paper artist. I had dabbled in art for a lot of my life, but once I discovered this art called quilling, it changed my life.
I had never even heard of it before I started looking up quilling paper.
Right, yeah. It's very unique. I don't think a lot of people have heard about it. It's a technique of rolling strips of paper. I roll them into segments and then I make my art out of them. But I think for me, this journey I took through this art career led me to really wanting to help others. That led me to opening a gallery, and I often pinch myself to believe that here 10 years later, I am an artist and a gallery owner. That's really a fulfilling part of what I do.
Now, talk about the vision for Gallery 408 a little bit. Why is this such an important thing to have here in the local community? What does it mean to the community, and what's your vision for it?
So I think when we first started this gallery, we thought, let's just open a gallery, let's show art. But I think a lot of it through our relationship with Artstra helped us to realize the outreach that we have, how we can affect the community, how we can share art with the community. We partnered with Artstra to celebrate Nicholas Dill. He was a Christina Rice Scholarship Foundation.
And we're going to hear more from him today.
Yeah, he's here today. And so that led us to wanting to do more art shows for guest artists in the community. So we've done a lot of outreach that way. It's not just about selling art, but about supporting arts overall.
I think if people learn anything, if you're being introduced to Artstra maybe for the first time, or you haven't been in the arts community as much, and what you can take away from today is that it's all about collaboration, leaning on each other, learning from each other, and supporting each other.
Absolutely, and that's where that talked a little bit a minute ago about the Open Studios program and how that opens up these studios for people to go out and get inspired. You know, artists are generous. They're generous with ideas, inspiration, and how they create their pieces. And that same generosity can be felt by everyone and be shared with this fundraiser here today.
And you think when Michelle, the board chair, was talking about the one event of Artstra being kind of this microcosm, I think that that's what each individual gallery and artist can be, is this microcosm of what we're all kind of hoping to see in our country and our world, which is that generosity, that spirit of generosity and connectedness that we all want.
Absolutely. And I think, touching on that too, you know, in our lives, we just have so much information coming in every day around us. And art lets us express that. It lets us get that out, you know, in a very personal way. And so we want that for everyone. Artstra wants that. We want that. We want everyone to experience art in enjoying it and creating it, and supporting it and supporting it and celebrating it.
Yeah, and a reminder, it's Give More 24. So if you want to donate, you can go to givemore24.org/Artstra, because when the arts thrive,
we thrive. We all thrive.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate it.
Everyone. Yeah.
Now, before we go on to any more video packages, I want to take a quick look at our funding update. So I'm going to pull that out. And while I pull that out, I also want to thank just Kim, Michelle, everyone who's volunteering today, whether in person or on video, who are sharing their stories, sharing their voice. Your words really do carry power. And by speaking, you're not only sharing your personal stories, you're also amplifying the belief that the arts matter, that they change lives, and that they remain accessible to everyone. Okay, so let's take a look at the donation level. Okay, I'm getting logged on right now. I'm going where? To givemore24.org/what? /Artstra. That's correct. Very good. We've got a good classroom here today. Okay, as that's loading up, our actual goal is $7,000 for this Give More 24 day. And right now, our funding level is at $6,325. That means we're less than $1,000 away from our goal of $7,000 today. So I'm excited to keep checking this. I think we might get there. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring on Elmo. Elmo, you're here now? Okay, let's do this. Welcome, it's good to meet you.
No, it's good to meet you too.
Okay, let's stand right here in the green. Yeah, right inside it. You're perfect, Elmo.
Inside it, okay.
We look good, guys? We look good? Okay, so I'm gonna intro you real quick and then I have just a couple questions. Does that sound okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so Elmo, you're in here too. Michelle, hi. Elmo is the Poetry Moves director, okay? And Elmo Shade is a poet and an author, also a certified mindfulness teacher and professional, the founder of Poetry Street Pacific Northwest in Camas, and lives and writes in the Pacific Northwest, is, again, the Artstra's new Poetry Moves director. So, good, I'm excited to have you here. You're a perfect person to be here. And I do know that a little treat we have is that on behalf of Banner Furniture, Elmo is presenting the first check towards the $3,000 pledge to Artstra from Banner Furniture.
Absolutely.
So let's give that to Michelle. Thank you to Banner Furniture for that $600 check towards their $3,000 pledge. Thank you so much. Okay, so Elmo, talk to me about, as the director of Poetry Moves, what is this program and why is it important to the community?
Yeah, and just one little correction. I'm not the founder of Poetry Street
Okay.
PNW. I am the founder of the Camas Open Mic.
Okay.
3 years.
Yes.
And then our poet laureate, Susan Dingle, now runs Poetry Street PNW.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah.
you founded the open mic
With
and
the
it's
open
transformed
mic, and it's
into
just
this.
Transformed. So I want to make sure that
Perfect,
she
thank
gets
you.
credit for that, as
Yes,
well as
perfect.
Julie Starling, her co-host. But your question is about Poetry Moves, and what's that about?
Yeah, tell us about that program and what it means to the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, from the history of the program is 10 years ago, when one of our founding board members, Karen Madsen, who is here today with her husband, Cameron Suttles, saw a similar program in New York City and brought the idea back to Vancouver. Essentially, it's one of our signature programs at Artstra, where we actually install poetry inside the C-Tran buses on channel cards.
Oh, I love this.
The poetry moves throughout the community for an entire year. And so we're now entering our 10th season, and we just identified the 9 winners for season 10, and their poems will be installed in just a couple weeks.
So if you've ever been riding on one of the local buses, the C-Tran, or what do they call it now? Does it have a new name, the C-Tran buses? If you've ever been sitting in one of those and you see one of the pieces of poetry inside, that is part of Artstra's Poetry Moves program. So you've got Artstra to thank for that.
Yeah.
10th season, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then the second half of Poetry Moves is in the spring, usually April, because April is Poetry Appreciation Month, and we're in collaboration not only with C-Tran, but also with Magenta Theater, in celebrating those 9 winners, which actually get to read their poem in front of a packed audience.
Wow.
And it's free to the public. That's the good news.
And now, Uptown Youth Poetry, that's another thing that you work on. You want to tell a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, when Poetry Moves began 15 years ago, it was divided into 2 seasons. Half the year was adult poems and half the year were youth poems. And that lasted 5 to 6 years pre-COVID. Then COVID happened, and we all know the result of that. After COVID, the youth have not been involved until this year.
Okay.
So in collaboration with Metallion Cafe in Uptown Vancouver, Rachel Hunter is the owner and the co-host. We began a program back in January of having the youth come in to an open mic and a generative workshop. And then we just finished our first contest with youth poetry, and we have 1 youth poetry winner that will actually read their poem next April with the adult
That
winners
gives me
as well.
goosebumps a little bit. That's exciting. Anytime that we can bring the youth into this and really start developing confidence in some of these artistic skills, I think is a big benefit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if somebody is here today or is watching from home and is considering donating, what would you tell them? Why should they donate to Artstra?
Well, I mean, why do people donate to their church? You know, why do people donate to their daughter's soccer team or their son's baseball team? They donate because they believe in the mission. They believe in the purpose of the program. And in the times that we're experiencing now, particularly with COVID and the aftermath of that, what better way to invest your money in that is the arts and the beauty of the arts and what it brings purpose and meaning and joy to the community as a whole and to the individual as well.
So, like, do you want to bring joy to the community and the individuals? Then donate. We're going to go to givemore24.org/Artstra. Now, thank you, Elmo. That was perfect. You did wonderful. And we're going to move now to a video that's going to be highlighting all of Artstra's programs. And after that, we're going to be having a special musical performance by Nicholas Dill, who was Artstra's 2024 Emerging Artist Scholarship recipient. It's going to be a great time. Let's go ahead and get over to that video. Thank you, Elmo. Welcome back to Gallery 408 in Camas. We've got Nicholas Dill here who's going to perform, but we have a special guest that showed up. It's the Give More 24 cheerleaders. Okay. Oh, everybody's got pom-poms in the audience. I didn't notice. And they just told me that we are probably minutes away from Give More 24 as a whole getting nearly $1 million in funding today for Give More 24. So yay for that. Okay, let's give it up for Nicholas Dill here.
So I'm going to start signaling you if you're looking at the right camera and you're on some other camera. I'll just point to my left.
Perfect.
You're right.
Okay.
We'll look into the middle camera.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I'm a licensed music therapist, and we work with the adult population and the young population in Vancouver. We wanted to share with the community some of the things that we do in music therapy, and we just want to show people that even if they don't have any previous musical knowledge, they can always come to music therapy and have a meaningful experience with music and get something out of it. They just come in, try it out, and go through the rest of their day with that experience in their hearts. Anybody can engage with music, with music therapy, no matter their experience level. And everybody has musical creativity in them that is worth exploring.
Hi, Doug Staley. I'm the treasurer from Artstra. One of the things that appealed to me from Artstra is the fact that they're trying to build an infrastructure to the arts. A lot of people don't think about an infrastructure being needed. They think the art just happens. But in our culture, in our society, there needs to be some kind of infrastructure to raise money, to help the artists, to make sure people know about the art. And that's what Artstra does. That's why we're important. We're trying to build this infrastructure in Southwest Washington so that everyone can enjoy and appreciate the arts.
Hi, my name is Sarah Lynn Hunter, and I am a working visual artist as well as a teaching artist here at my studio, A Little Gray Bird. The arts matter to me because they are a way to express your emotions and thoughts when other means fail. They are a way to calm your inner mind and enter that beautiful flow state where everything else just falls away. They are a way to connect with others and the greater community, connect with something bigger than ourselves. They're a way to seek beauty and wonder in our everyday lives. Art unites us, and art is essential for us to thrive as human beings. Support the arts, support working artists, and watch your communities flourish. Art saves lives, folks.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Gallery 408 in Camas. I am so grateful to be standing next to Nicholas Dill. If you were just listening in to that performance, that was moving. I've actually never had a violin performance in this kind of close, intimate setting before. And my leg hair was growing, you know, like the goosebumps were really goosebumping there. Can you tell me, Nicholas, about that piece that you just performed? What was that piece?
So that was Paganini's 21st Caprice. Paganini was a very important violinist and composer in the mid-19th century, and he wrote these very virtuosic caprices for himself, essentially, and now it's become standard repertoire.
How many times have you performed that piece, you think?
Probably 5, I don't know. Some.
5 times or so, okay. Now, what I see here is that you are also an Open Studios artist and an award-winning concert violinist and Vancouver Symphony Orchestra's Young Competition Gold Medalist. How did it feel winning that award?
It was a long time ago.
Even that one.
I was very grateful, of course, for the opportunity to perform, and especially with home orchestra.
Yeah. When we think about today's event, that's a Give More 24 event for fundraising for the arts. For somebody like you, who arts is kind of so central to you, tell us about what the arts mean to you. What does music mean to you? What's it meant in your life?
It's a cliche, but it's really true that music speaks when words fail. And if we could say it with words, then we wouldn't use music. So for me, music is very important as a way of expression and communication, and that's why I play.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Nicholas, so much for your time. I really appreciate it. All right, you're welcome to head off there, and we're going to see a little bit more from Nicholas pretty soon. We're going to get a couple more performances from him. Before we transition to any more videos, I have to do another pledge check, okay? We got to see a funding check here. Let's see where we're at. We were at that $7,000 goal, and we were getting pretty close to that. Okay, you know what? We haven't moved in 10 minutes, people. It's givemore24.org/Artstra. We need a few more donations happening here, okay? We're heading towards that $7,000 goal, and we're less than 700 away from it, okay? So if you have the capacity to go to givemore24.org/Artstra and donate, this is a 24-hour event put on by the Vancouver Chamber, the Greater Vancouver Chamber, and we would love to get your donations, okay? One thing I would love to bring up is that while you're here today, people who are here in person, we have a drawing available over here. There are some really lovely pieces of art that are have been donated by some local artists. And so if you're here and you are interested in winning some of those art pieces, there will be a drawing for it. So go ahead and put your information in there, and we will be delivering the awards or the winners their prizes, okay? So if you're here, get over there, put in, because you'd love to get some of those. I don't know if I'm allowed to or not, but I think I'm gonna sneak my information in at least one time because I would love to take home some of that art. Okay, so we have a few more video packages prepared with members of the community talking about what the arts mean to them. And then after that, we'll come back for another interview. Thanks so much. See you soon.
name is Russ Ford. I'm an arts commissioner for the city and the county, Clark County. I was 25 years classroom art educator out at Hawkinson High School, and before that Hawkinson Middle School. We have a chance to do something very different in Clark County, honoring the arts, honoring the artists, honoring the creative process will only make our community stronger.
Well, I think without art, there is no community. I think you need to have those outlets and a creative space to connect with others. And I feel like we connect through creativity, and without the arts, there is no community.
So, Brent, I'm going to ask you, why are the arts important to you?
I think that it's a way to connect with friends and family, and especially my mom, because Cadence is hers and Nathan's. She's over there. It's a way to get out of the house. It's a way to express how I feel through sculpture or anger on a wheel.
Why are the arts important to you?
Arts are important to me because it builds community and it makes sure that, I can express myself in a way that I can't with words. Yeah.
Thank you. Dana,
Hi, Russell.
why are the arts important to you?
The arts are important to me because it keeps me challenged, and it has fostered a really great community that I really enjoy being a part of and look forward to doing every day. And I will be institutionalized if I do not have some sort of outlet.
Honesty. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Brittany, why are the arts important to you?
Why are they important to me? It inspires me to keep going.
Thank you. Aaron, why are the arts important to you?
I think the arts are important to me and to the community because we live in a digital world where people don't get together in person and get their hands dirty. Everyone's scrolling their phones, and then the things that we do have that are social are often centered around drinking or unhealthy activities. So the arts, I think, are a great way to reconnect in a way that builds ourselves and other people up instead of the opposite.
Hello, I am Pamela C. Johnson. I am a full-time creative based in Vancouver, Washington, who gets to travel sometimes. So today, hello from the Mojave Desert. As a full-time creative, it is my privilege and pleasure to witness and experience the power of community in the spaces of creative camaraderie. As someone who gets to guide others in meaningful experiences through art, I have seen over and over again how connection is nourished and built when we come together in a place of creativity. I am a huge supporter and believer and practitioner of meaningful community through art and with art, no matter what age or stage a person is in their life. So I am very appreciative of organizations like Artstra and other arts organizations that serve that purpose, and I am honored to be a part of the art community, especially in Vancouver, Washington.
Hello and welcome back to Gallery 408. I'm Lacey J, and we are here for Artstra's brunch for Give More 24. We've been working hard at getting funding through this special event, and we hope that you are going to be giving as well to givemore24.org/Artstra. Now, I am just honored to be standing next to Karen. If you don't know Karen, Karen Madsen is a board advisor for Artstra. Karen has a background in both business and art. I heard you had a patent that you sold to 3M, which is pretty incredible. Not a lot of us can say that. She also earned a Master's of Arts in Studio Art from New York University, has exhibited in New York on the West Coast, and was included in the Portland Art Museum's 2006 Oregon Biennial. Karen, you've curated local art installations and spearheaded 2 arts and culture summits, and it's quite obvious to everyone that you are really helping to shape a vision for the arts in Southwest Washington. So thank you so much for being here, being a part of this, and for everything that you've given to Artstra. Now, you were one of the founding members of Artstra, which was originally called the Arts of Clark County, and you were the board chair for a very long time too, right?
Yes.
Now, what was the original vision for the organization, and how have you seen that come to life over time?
Well, the original vision was to bring all of the arts organizations that had kind of been siloed into various disciplines or groups or areas, regions like Battleground Art Alliance, together as an advocacy group that kind of helped all of the organizations thrive and grow, but also realizing that having a central organized nonprofit that could advocate with all of the various regional governments and to create an identity for the arts within Clark County. We had been told so many times, oh, if you want art, you just go to Portland. And Vancouver became sort of like this drive-through, and people didn't know that there was this whole thriving arts community here. So the initial goal was to advocate and bring together all of the organizations and the community so that we could all advocate for each other.
And since you've been a part of it over this time, what have you seen happen? Have you really seen that come to life?
I think so. I think anyone who has gone to open studios, to any of the organizations, the Downtown Arts and Music Festival, can see that Vancouver's becoming its own identity in the arts, and the arts are thriving. Camas is a perfect example, and this wonderful gallery we're in today.
Yes, I agree completely. We're a sit-down restaurant for art now, right? We're not just a drive-through.
That's right.
Now, I was doing some Googling, and I was looking you up, and I found some very special information that you are about to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Clark County Arts Commission. Can we get like a round of applause for that? How incredible. How does it feel for you to receive an award like that?
Well, I never expected it. And it's extremely humbling, and it's so kind, and it's wonderful that, you know, you get a noticed, but at the same time, I feel like it's the kind of a hug from all of the people I've worked with.
So sweet.
And a bye-bye hug, which is okay, because we all have, you know, our jobs to do, and then there's this wonderful thing called retirement, and it's kind of it's a wonderful gift.
Well, thank you, Karen, for everything that you've done for Artstra, for being in this interview today, and for everything that you've done for the community in Southwest Washington. I also want to thank everybody who's been here sharing their voices today. This event really would not be possible without everyone here, and your willingness, as well as everyone else's willingness to step forward, really reflects true leadership and service. So whether in person or on video, we're very grateful for everyone who has stepped up to help make this event possible. Now, we've got a few more video messages coming through, and let's go ahead and roll those while we take a little break. See you soon.
Thank you so much.
That was so good.
We're here in the park bringing art into the park, and this is part of the city's Movies in the Park. We have 5x7 canvases and lots of paints and tools, and the kids are here to play, get creative, and add some color onto their canvas. Creative Relief is one of the 3 programs of Artstra, and the whole goal of it is to bring arts in and art activities into communities that don't normally have access. So we do a wide range of things. Some of these kind of events where we put out the paints and let everybody explore. Sometimes we work with private groups and do art therapy, bringing that to people for healing purposes. And we have partnered with different organizations around Clark County to be able to bring art into their community. It's been amazing, actually. So being our third event, we have these 5x7 panels, and we had 600 for the 4 events we're participating in. We went through 300 in the first event. And so it's been really well received, and it's been great fun because parents and kids and anybody is coming up and just having a lot of fun putting paint on their canvas and really just letting their creativity out. So it's been hundreds of people at each event. It's been incredible to kind of connect with the different communities because it's happening in different parks all around Clark County. So we're hoping to grow creative relief in many different ways, beyond even doing events and trying to provide opportunities for people to be able to do more art and make it more affordable by being able to subsidize that with things that funds we fundraise and get donated so that we can just make art approachable and affordable for everybody.
Hi, I'm Michelle Hanlon. I'm on the Artstra board, and I'm also a member of the Clark County Arts Commission. After a 37-year career in dance as a performer, choreographer, educator, and finally arts administrator, I came back here to my hometown, Vancouver, Washington, and I found an arts community that is active, vibrant, enthusiastic, and filled with life. There's so many positive things happening in every corner of Clark County on a daily basis. My career as an arts administrator, serving programs across the broad spectrum of the arts, opened my eyes to the importance of a healthy arts landscape. A strong arts presence defines our community and enriches every one of us. I'm inspired by Artstra's dedication to building up and supporting all of the arts. In fact, this mission led me to become a part of Artstra. I believe that every mode of creative expression has its place in a healthy community. It's clear to me that the arts are vital to Southwest Washington. The arts bring us together. They teach us about each other, and they teach us about ourselves.
Hi, my name is Abhi Gupta. I'm a photographer based in Vancouver. I got into arts because I've had issues with depression, and my upbringing was education as an engineer, completely left brain, and I never paid any attention to emotions. So as I dealt with issues of depression, art has, and photography especially, has helped me get in touch with my own feelings and learn about them, and more than that, it's helped me understand others and the world as well. So it has kind of been a process of self-discovery as well as like a search for meaning and purpose, and it's been a huge help as when I do art festivals and other things and come across people, interact with them. That has added more to my life than anything else. And I joined Artstra because I want the arts to thrive in our community, and I hope you will join me as well in that. Thank you.
Welcome back to Gallery 408 in Camas. We are here at the Artstra Give More 24 brunch, and I am joined by Debbie Nagano. Debbie, you're an Artstra board member, and I'm going to read just a little bit about you, okay? So just
Sure.
Be comfortable with it, okay? Debbie combines a lifelong passion for the arts with a distinguished legal career. Deborah spent 4 decades as a successful attorney in California, and then on the arts side, she's held board and officer roles in various organizations, currently serving as the chair of the Clark County Arts Commission. Not currently.
No, I was termed out in January, but I was the chair.
She was, not currently, she was. And what about the co-president of the Artisans Guild of Camas? Are we that?
No.
But we were?
We were.
Okay.
And a founder.
Okay, and a founder of the Arts Guild of Camas. Okay. So obviously you've been very involved in the arts within Clark County. Tell me about why art has played such an important role in your life.
Oh my gosh, I always been an artist, I think, at heart, and unfortunately when I went to college and got a degree in linguistics, I had to do something else, so I went to law school. And so it was sort of put on the back burner for a while, but I've always been a collector. I mean, from my teenage years, I always loved to buy visual art pieces and always have. So when we moved here in 2019, and then COVID hit, I was looking to get involved, and someone told me that there was a county arts commission. So I went to the city and said, could I represent Camas? And they said, sure. And that's how I got involved. And because Artstra and the Clark County Arts Commission were founded together, Artstra was actually Arts of Clark County then and was founded to be our fiscal fiduciary. And there are usually 2 board members on Artstra from the County Arts Commission. That's how that relationship started. But it's been, and then also coming here, I re-engaged with the arts community and started working on my own art, and I've just had a great time.
And what has that meant for you in your life? You know, being able to, when I was looking at your background, I'm like, a lawyer for so long, this seems like the opposite. And maybe I'm wrong, but why has it played such an important part in your life? What has it meant to you?
Well, just doing art is somewhere where you can really express yourself. I mean, when you're an attorney, you're analyzing, you're looking for arguments, you're trying to do the best you can for your client. And sometimes it's not creative, sometimes it's very creative. But, you know, I was a single mom with raising 2 kids, you know, I was a lawyer. But I think that everybody can be an artist. One of my favorite quotes is from John Lennon. And he said that every 5-year-old is an artist until he's told he's not.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And that's always been meaningful. So I think it's all there. The thing that I'm concerned with at my age, how much more can I learn? Is there time to learn more? Is there time to take classes? Is there time to really...
And I think a lot of people in Artstra are a great example of the fact that there's as much time as you can give it.
There's as much time as you can give it, and if you have a passion for something, it's never too late.
That's beautiful. Now, how does Artstra help support other people who want art to be more a part of their lives?
Oh my goodness. There are a lot of organizations in Clark County, and they're mainly like the Watercolor Society, Southwest Artists, there's the Camas Guild, there's the Battleground, there's Ridgefield has a wonderful art association. But the main thrust of those groups is to help their membership, maybe to improve their art, to show their art, and get it out to the public. Now, Artstra is just a board-driven organization. We don't have membership, but I think we're really the only arts advocacy group in Clark County. And it's our mission to bring the arts outward to the community, and all the arts, visual, literary, music, dance. So a creative relief to try to bring arts projects to underrepresented communities. So I think it's just a wonderful organization, and I think our goal is decidedly different than a lot of organizations.
I think that's a great reason. So if you have been thinking at all about donating to Artstra, go to givemore24.org/Artstra. Do it today. It's a great time to do it with this one-day event. Now, you talked about music for a second there. What do you think about bringing Nicholas Dill back on again? You think we should get another?
I think it would be wonderful.
As I was going through his bio, he won the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra's Young Artist Competition, the Metro Arts Young Artist Debut, the Portland Youth Philharmonic Soloist Competition. There's more.
And he's a visual artist too.
It's incredible. So I say we go ahead and bring Nicholas back on. He's going to come on right now and give a performance for us. So let's welcome Nicholas. Can we welcome him? Thank you so much. Thank you, Debbie. And you're good to go right ahead. Thank you so much, Nicholas. That was beautiful. We're going to hear from him one more time before we're done with the event, but it just kind of settles the energy in here. You know, we're riding a little high on this, but that really settles us. And right now I'm going to bring in Larry Holt, who is our next person to interview. Larry, I'm excited to have you here. Larry, you're an Open Studios artist, a Vancouver-based artist working primarily in metal sculptures, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and you were self-taught. And what I loved when I was reading about your history was that you spent most of your career as a welder, right?
I was a pipe fitter, yeah.
A pipe fitter. And I do a lot of work in marketing for people who do welding. And to think about you there and then having this art that you're building is a really cool juxtaposition for me. So I'm excited to get to talk to you a little bit. Will you tell me a little bit about your work and what inspires your work?
Well, a lot of my inspiration sometimes comes from just waking up in the middle of the night thinking, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Or it's an event in my life. And then part of being in the trades, I was kind of scared of heights. I was always working at heights.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at my sculptures, a lot of them are people doing really awkward things and scary things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And you had that fear of heights, and now you can kind of materialize that in this beautiful art. It takes kind of that feeling you were feeling, and now you can represent it that way.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You have your work here at Gallery 408. Is there anywhere else that your work is showing?
Of course, Open Studios.
Yes.
And then I have a gallery down in Astoria that I'm doing.
Okay, fabulous.
Yeah.
So tell me about, from a more general perspective, how do you feel that art contributes to the community as a whole?
For me, art is more of a relationship or building relationships with people. So part of my art, when people see my art, they'll say, "Hey, I want to buy a piece of yours or commission a piece," and I'll just say, "Why don't you just make it? Why don't you come over to my studio?
Really?
We'll set some time apart. I've got welding hoods and gloves, and we'll make some fire." You know, and a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when people are making it and you're directing them, how different does it come out than if you were to have made the commissioned piece?
Exactly the same.
Really?
Except I say that you're the creator, and when the creator created the world, he didn't ask anybody how to do it. So when you come to me and ask me what to do, I'll just say, "No, you're the creator with a small c."
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I do it. Just, and usually the pieces will come out, you know, excellent. I think, you know.
That's beautiful. And especially when we're talking about how important art is as a way to kind of bind communities together, that your art can be something that isn't just what you make and give, but something that you invite and educate on. That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
It wasn't until you were retired that you were able to focus on art full-time. And most of us don't really have full-time hours to give to art. So what can people do right now to bring more art into their lives?
Well, I would suggest go to Open Studios, right, and go look at all the different artists and how they create and learn their techniques, and yeah, maybe get started, maybe YouTube, or take my class. You know.
Tell us about the classes that you teach.
So honestly, most of my students, I don't know why, are women, and I think a lot of people have always wanted to weld, but they never had an opportunity. So I'll take them in the class, and they're kind of scared because there's loud noises and sparks, and you're wearing a big bulky welding hood and gloves, and I just walk them through it, and I'll guide each step for them, you know, and then finally I get to a point where I just step back and they're welding like within an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
It makes me think all of a sudden I'm coming up with this marketing campaign where you've got some posters that we can take over to the lunch boards at the welding shops throughout Southwest Washington, so we can bring some more people who know how to do it, but maybe haven't been able to express themselves through that medium.
Yeah, yeah. It's
neat.
a great medium. I love it, so I just want to share it with other people.
And what has Artstra meant to you in your work as an artist?
So I think if you were to go to Kmart, not Kmart, they don't have Kmart anymore.
No, they don't have Kmart anymore, Larry. Come on.
But if you went to Target or maybe Home Goods, you're going to go buy a piece of art for your house, right? But for me, I'm able to sell my art to people, and that's what Artstra does. It makes it so that Open Studios is a place where people can come and look at my product or look at other people's products that are in open studios. And you could buy local art.
That's a great opportunity for people.
Yeah.
Definitely. If you don't want art from Target in your house, okay, think about where you might be able to go. Go to open studios, see what's available there so that you can actually invest in local artists.
Or Kmart.
Or Kmart. Nobody knows what Kmart is, Larry. Nobody knows. All right. Thank you, Larry, so much for your time. Before we bring on our next interview, we are going to go back to look at a quick video of what the different programs are that Artstra offers. So if you're interested in knowing where your dollars are going as you're donating in this Give More 24 event, this is where they're going. Let's go ahead and cue up that video. Hi, Liz. I'm Lacey. Good to meet you. Hello and welcome back to Gallery 408 in Camas. I'm Lacey J and I'm going to be joined by Liz Pike now. I've got just a great honor to be standing next to her. Liz, you've been painting for more than 40 years. You're the owner of Red Door Gallery, which is just blocks away here from Gallery 408. You're a former Camas City Council member and Washington State legislator. You are also the owner of Shangri-La Farms in Fern Prairie. You teach workshops at your farm. You founded Camas First Friday Art Walk. That's the one that surprised me when I was reading up about you. I've gone through that and had no idea who started that. And you're also a member of many art organizations like Battleground Art Alliance, Artisans Guild of Camas, Northwest Oil Painters Guild, Society of Washington Artists. And is it true that right now you're the president of the Camas-Washougal Chamber?
Just retired.
You just retired from that? So you were the Camas-Washougal Chamber of Commerce.
Less title.
Uh-huh. And Downtown Camas Association, right? We've got all those going?
Them.
Okay. Well, welcome. I'm glad to have you here inside Gallery 408. When I read about your history, one thing that I thought was really interesting is you had your career in politics, and when you retired from politics, it seemed like art is really like a respite for you. Can you talk about that a little bit? Why was art so important to you as you were transitioning out of that career?
Absolutely, Lacey. And actually it transcends way before politics because it was never a career. But for 10 years, I thought I could give back to my community on the local level and then at the state level. And art has, I mean, as you mentioned, I've been painting for more than 40 years in oil on canvas. So art has always been kind of part of who I am. And the reason why I have a lot of activities is because I work very fast, and I never wanted to sacrifice my art life because I was a mom, a wife, business owner. So it really was important for me I'm super dialed into time management. People that know me are like, she's crazy. I don't know how she gets what she does done. But the thing is, when I was in Olympia, this person who is my artistic hero, her name's Karen Madsen. You probably interviewed her.
Yes,
today.
definitely did. Just won the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes, and one of the most profound people in art, she came to visit me at my legislative office in Olympia, and it just changed my whole world with regard to Artstra. And I am a big believer in Artstra. As not only as a working artist and a former Open Studios tour artist and now a gallery owner at Red Door Gallery, she changed my life, and I understood how important Artstra is and how it basically is the leading art advocacy group in our region. And art in politics, I mean, art is way better. Dahlias, vegetables, fruit, art, way better than politics, and I'll never go back to that world. I'm deeply honored to have served. But when I would come home from Olympia at the end of a week when we're in session, the first thing I do is head straight to my farm in my studio, and I would make art all weekend. And it's really what saved me from the political abyss of partisan politics. But I have to say, too, on another note, becoming great friends with Joanne Cavallaro, who is one of the owners here at Gallery 408, has also been a godsend for me. And she and I have collaborated on all kinds of events. We have a really big thing coming up this Saturday. It's the Camas Plein Air event, which the woman who used to occupy this building is the founder of it. And it's the Camas Plein Air event, and we're so excited to be working together on this. And everything we do, we collaborate because we want a lot of galleries in Camas. We don't just want one or two, because we know that if we keep attracting more quality galleries to our region, that Camas will be basically the destination for art in Clark County as far as galleries. So we're working toward that with our goal in mind, and we're going to keep collaborating on fabulous art opportunities that help launch the careers of young new artists, which Marquita, she really is, I have to credit her with starting my own personal art career as a professional painter, because she gave me my first shot in her gallery in this very spot, almost 15 years ago. So love being part of this community in Camas. It really feels like we've created something truly special among the galleries that are here. And also just a big shout out to Artstra, gigantic voice in the artistic world in Clark County.
Well, you heard it from Liz Pike here. If you are interested in donating for Give More 24, givemore24.org/Artstra. Artstra, the biggest arts advocacy group in Southwest Washington, made a big difference for Liz in her career and in her life as an artist, and it's doing the same for many, many more artists. So let's go ahead and take it away to some more videos of people talking about art in their life and why it's important. And when we come back, we're going to hear from Nicholas Dill. See you then.
Thanks, Lacey.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elmo Shade. I am the Poetry Moves Director for Artstra. Poetry Moves is one of our signature programs that moves poetry placed on the inside of our C-Tran buses every October through September of the following year. So if you are a participant and a rider on the C-Tran buses, you've probably already seen our poetry displayed there. But Poetry Moves also means moving our heart, stirring our soul, enhancing our creativity, and all kinds of art. And that's one reason I joined the Artstra board, and one reason I love this art community here in Vancouver and in the surrounding areas. For the poetry, for the music, for the dance, for the literary arts, they all do one thing and one thing very proficiently, and that is connect us with what life is all about. And I hope you will join us in the coming months in our activities, and I look forward to seeing you there. Until then, be well, stay safe.
My name is Ana Cruz, Artistic Director and founder of Vancouver Ballet Folklorico, a nonprofit traditional Mexican dance group for my community in the beautiful city of Vancouver, Washington. Our mission is to preserve the roots and traditions of the Mexican culture through dance, engaging children of all ages to participate. I'm thankful that I've joined Artstra as a board member and that I've learned through their guidance, especially through Day of the Dead celebration that we put together in collaboration with the city of Vancouver. Artstra is a place where you can be friends with others, you can learn, you can support and guide a project, and more. So come and learn and join, and thank you so very much for your time. Again, my name is Ana Cruz. I'm a board member with Artstra and director of Vancouver Ballet Folklorico.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Williams, the director of Clark County Open Studios. Coming up November 1st and 2nd, where you can visit 51 artists throughout Clark County in their working studios, including mine. Why are the arts important?
Thank you.
I think that was the best one of the afternoon. Wow, that was my jaw literally dropped and I turned to a couple people here when he really hit that part in the middle. That was amazing. One thing you actually might not know about Nicholas Dill is that he is also a photographer. When he talks about his photography, Nicholas says he takes his creativity in new directions. He says, "My background as a classical violinist informs a sense of harmony in my images. While my work as a violinist focuses on performing in the moment, I view my work in photography as a meditation on the opposite." And this unique perspective earned Nicholas the 2024 Christine Rice Emerging Artist Scholarship. So can we get just another thank you for Nicholas Dill here today? Thank you so much. As our last interview of the day, I want to welcome on Martin Chetlin and Susan Znaimer, and they also brought some of their grandkids with them. We've got Ari with them here today, so we're going to bring all three of them out for our last interview of the day. Hey, Ari, how you doing? Can I get a high five? Yes, fabulous. Okay, so we've got Martin and Susan and their daughter and grandkids here. Now, Martin and Susan are very special to Artstra, okay? You two founded Artstra's Legacy Society.
Moses Legacy Society, yes.
Can you tell me about what the Moses Legacy Society is?
It's a way of supporting Artstra through contributions so that we can sustain Artstra in its support of the arts in Southwest Washington.
And what inspired you to create this?
What inspired us was that I'm a member of the board and that I have found this board to be just a wonderful group of people doing wonderful work in the community and really not getting a lot of advertisement about what wonderful things they're doing. And so I felt that we should be more prominent and we should be doing more things, and this contribution was a way of trying to help with that.
And Susan, as you two were deciding to do this, What was some of your inspiration in choosing to do this and create the society?
Well, when we moved here 6.5 years ago, we were very excited to find that there was a symphony here, and Martin and I love classical music very much, and we got very involved with the symphony. And we also felt that this community, being fairly small compared to where we came from in LA, this is a wonderful community which is growing in arts, and we wanted to participate. We really want to do what we could to help get the community engaged and educated about the arts here, and we're thrilled to be here, truly.
Thank you. Since music is something specifically that is really important to the two of you, talk to me about what music can do for people, why it's so important.
Well, I think you heard a lot of that when Nicholas was playing. I mean, the one piece that he played that was very significant to me was the Bach work he did in the middle. And that is just one of a group of incredible works by Bach. And it just absolutely moves me every time to hear those works because they really sound eternal. They sound like it's the voice. Let's put it this way, that if God listens to music, God listens to that. And so that really moves us. It moves me.
And today being a special fundraising day focused on Artstra here at this event, if there are people here or people at home who have been watching and are thinking about donating, tell them why it's Artstra that is a great organization to receive their funding.
Artstra is one that doesn't allow really politics to get in the way of supporting the arts. It's one that is very diversified, one that will support all the arts, and it will support them generously and completely. I mean, you heard about some of the arts that are being supported. I mean, Elmo spoke eloquently about Poetry Moves, and you also heard about Creative Relief, and you heard about open studios. I mean, these are things that enhance the community and something that Artstra supports to be able to allow those to continue.
Does Ari have any favorite art medium right now?
Well, I can tell you he was thrilled listening to the violinist. He just enjoyed that tremendously, and so now we're excited. Maybe we can get him to learn an instrument. His dad plays guitars, so strings it might be. And his brother Lev loves classical music. He's only a year old, but when we put it on when we're babysitting at home, he loves that.
He conducts.
Yeah, it's fun.
I was one of those moms. I was one of those moms that put it on my belly when I was pregnant too. You know, so although my kids are only getting C's, so I don't know. Need a little more Artstra in their lives, maybe. Okay, well, you two, as we're getting ready to close up, is there any final words that you have before we put it to the last couple of videos here?
Well, I would hope that the community supports this community organization. This is an organization that supports the community, and I certainly hope the community will support it back.
Thank you. Well, we've got one more video to show you, just a look again at what Artstra is, and then I'll come back and close it out for us. Let's go ahead to that. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely.
In the heart of Clark County, a vibrant arts community thrives. For 15 years, Artstra has dedicated its efforts to elevating the arts and making them accessible to all. Through innovative programs and partnerships, this community-based nonprofit supports local artists, promotes visual and performing arts, and connects the community to the transformative power of creativity. Artstra's Poetry Moves program, in collaboration with C-Tran, brings the beauty of poetry to everyday life. Throughout the year, 10 poems by local and regional poets are featured inside all C-Tran buses, inspiring and uplifting passengers during their daily commutes. Artstra offers creative relief to communities with limited access to the tools of creativity. This program provides free art supplies, project ideas, and instruction through the rewarding and healing experience of hands-on creativity. Through drawing, painting, writing, and more, Creative Relief offers a respite from the stress and difficulty that both adults and children may be experiencing. Clark County Open Studios is a free self-guided tour where local artists open their studios to the public and share their creative process. Artist demonstrations and hands-on learning in a wide range of visual media expand opportunity and accessibility for residents of all ages to experience art. Open Studios inspires conversations, ignites relationships, and creates connections that extend far beyond the tour. Artstra's commitment to the arts extends to the next generation of creators through scholarships and support for emerging artists. By investing in the future of the arts, Artstra ensures that the cultural landscape of Clark County remains vibrant and thriving. Artstra is more than just an arts organization. It is a catalyst for creativity in Clark County. Through its visionary programs and partnerships, Artstra empowers local artists to thrive while nurturing a creative, connected, and inspired community that celebrates the arts and uplifts the human spirit. Join us.
Thank you to everyone who has spent your time here with us today at Gallery 408 in Camas as part of the Give More 24 brunch on behalf of Artstra. I have a funding update for us as we're closing out. Our online donations were up to $6,650, which is so close to that $700 goal, or that $7,000 goal. We were then handed a $600 check, and we were also handed and told that we were going to get three $1,000 checks. I'm doing the math right here, okay? So we went up to not 8,000, not 9,000. We went up to $10,050 today as part of Give More 24. $1,000 of that dollars came straight from Red Door Gallery. Thank you so much. 1,000 from Gallery 408 and another 1,000 from Liz Pike. So thank you so much for everybody who has given these last donations to get us up to that level. From Artstra and from everyone here in the community, thank you so much for being a part of this event, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. Thank you. Got math at the